What's going on back on YouTube? Man, I didn't really think it would be cool to do a day in the life. I think I am going to do one of those videos one of these days. But to be honest with you, bro, I don't. Well, one, I don't record too much, and I want to change that. But number two, I don't. I'm not a big editor. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be like, "Well, send it to somebody that can edit it." And yeah, I need to do that. I need to go find like a team of people that can actually edit and shit. But anyways, but I'm not a big editor, so I thought what I would do at least is break it down of the process and the routines that I put in place to make me multiple six figures with digital marketing. I think it would be pretty cool. But I am going to tell you right now, unfortunately, it's not going to be that sexy. It's not going to be that sexy, and it's probably not going to be really drastically different than half of the shit that you've seen from multiple people, especially if you're being on YouTube and all that. So it's really about when are you just going to apply this shit. But anyways, let's get into it. All right, so check this out. Okay, so I want to incorporate not only the process that I use as far as the business goes, but the things that I also use behind the business. And the reason why is because if you know anything about my app, Most Want We Will, right? This is what I preach, right? This is what I preach. Like we have a client inside of our coaching app right now. Like I started a 21-day boot camp, and every so often I put on these 21-day boot camps. Get in the app, get in the boot camp, guys. People are getting leads and sales in a matter of days. Okay, days in their digital marketing business. But anyways, and the funny thing about it is I had to pull a guest out, and I've been bragging about this lady for like she's probably even sick of it, but I'm gonna tell you why. All right, because today is like the 21st or whatever that I'm making this video, and she's already sitting at $9,000 for the month. She's definitely going to hit 10,000 as long as she just keeps on doing whatever she's doing, right? But anyways, the funny thing about it is that she started to do this 21-day boot camp, but when I put her in the audit seat, like her content really wasn't like that awesome. No offense, I'm not trying to talk trash. I'm trying to say is if you have the right mindset and the right belief in your business and everything, that will almost get you farther than learning all these hacks and strategies. Everybody's always focused on the hack and the strategy, and they're not focusing on them, right? And that's been the key to my success as well, right? I remember, you guys can scroll back on this YouTube channel. I've tried multiple ways to make money. And there was some times where I really made a lot of money, right? Yeah. And then there's some times that I did not make any money, right? What really has been sticking now to consistently see 5-figure months, like every single damn month and not going backwards, was what I'm going to implement and tell you right now, which was working on me, just like this person, just like this client inside of my coaching app, who is now almost up to about $10,000 because she is just following the boot camp, but not even doing it great, but showing up with this belief in herself and in her business and her company and all that wonderful things. So, all right, so let's get to it. All right, so my routines, okay? Number one, I generally wake up around 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's because even though I bought my daughter a car, she's scared to drive. So anyways, man, so I drive her to school every morning. So I'll wake up, I'll do some push-ups, I do a little bit of reading and then journaling. And I kind of combine those two. I'm not one of those guys that you will never ever find me bragging about how many books I've read in a freaking month. In a week, because one, I think that's stupid. There's a lot of guys that are on YouTube always bragging about how many books they read, but they're still broke and they're still in the same spot and they're still, you know what I mean? Like you didn't change. So just knowledge alone is bullshit. So what I try to do is I try to read for an aha moment, right? What do I mean by aha moment? I'm going to read until it hits me to where I'm like, oh shit, that's a good one. And then I'm going to journal about it. What does that mean to me? How can I apply it to my life? I do a small little gratitude list in between that. Like I'm almost like scripting out my day with some gratitude. Like, hey, yo, thank you for the sales today. Hey, thank you for allowing me to have the wisdom to make sure I have a good coaching call, yada, yada, yada. And then close that book up. I make 2 posts every morning. This has changed throughout the year. One thing that has not changed is whatever I read, I will take a screenshot of that and I will post it in my stories. But recently I've been including the push-ups, just so people can see that I do the push-ups too. But every morning do the push-ups, uh, pray, read, journal, and then I take my daughter to school, right? And then I go to the gym. And the gym is always changing for me. I'm pretty much in the gym 7 days a week. It doesn't mean I'm lifting weights 7 days a week. There's times where I'm lifting weights 6 days a week. There's times where I'm lifting weights 5 days a week. Like right now, I'm on a 5 day split with 2 days of cardio because it's summertime. So that just always changes, okay? So as of right now, for the business, the only thing that I've done is literally posted in stories, right? All right. So, anyways, I get back to the gym, got to have me some protein. And my old process, which I generally still follow this, but this is the one that made me multiple, six figures and everything, right? Is as soon as I got back home, I would record a video, right? I would record a TikTok video, right? And it was usually like a talking video. Mostly every day I would do a talking video and a 6 second video, right? 6 second with text on the screen. But majority of the time it'd be a talking video. And then I would post this talking video. I would then go into TikTok and I would start engaging on other people's lives. And then at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday, every Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, I go live on TikTok for about an hour, giving maximum amount of value, things that I can write. I talk about my day. I talk about things that I've been learning. I talk about something that was in my morning routine. I'm pitching my business. I'm giving value. I'm doing all these things. I'm answering questions. It's hard to say, hey, what do you do on your lives? Because I do so much, but the majority of the time I'm literally just kind of talking about my day, getting it warmed up, right? After that, live, I will go send out an email. Nowadays, I don't really collect too many emails besides what's in my app, right? But before that, I still have a huge email list. So I'll email my list. And then what I do is I then cook me some breakfast, right? Even though I wake up in the morning and have something, but then I eat some breakfast. And I'm not going to go into too much of the routine. I know that's not necessarily why you're here, but I just wanted to let you know just kind of where I align, right? From there, what I'm usually doing is doing like coaching calls, right? Maybe one-off things. Maybe I'm posting in my app. Maybe I am making YouTube videos, or back in the day, right? I know I haven't really been on YouTube too much. I'm making other videos. Maybe I'm engaging, right? This is when I do all my general like miscellaneous stuff. So, and my day-to-day could be a little bit different. Now, everything up to this point has always been the same for me. Always. Always. Now, throughout the year, I want to say that's changed. It's fluctuated because now I'm kind of more on Instagram, right? Now I'm doing more coaching calls, right? So my day changes, right? A lot of times it's either me running around my mom, things of that nature. I want to say around 2 o'clock, I have lunch. So I'm basically I'm from 11 a.m. to about 2 o'clock. I'm in the zone, right? Whatever that is, coaching calls, creating videos, posting on Instagram. I'm not gonna lie. There's times where I'll scroll. I'm not gonna lie. There's little times that I might scroll, maybe like watch a YouTube video, educate myself, things like that. During the summer, I like to get outside a little bit more. So around that time, I'll probably would go out by the pool, like you're gonna find me in the summer this time, to just get some extra sun. But otherwise, if I'm locked in, it's from 11 a.m. to 2 o'clock, right? Around 2 o'clock, I have lunch. And after lunch, I go pick up my daughter from school. Obviously, that changes during the summer. Then when I get back, I'm usually will post my other posts for the day, like on TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff. If I have to finish up a YouTube video, that's when I do it. I then usually have like dinner at night or another coaching call. Then I have dinner. And then at night, I either do my big coaching call at night or I hang out with my daughter for a little bit. And then at about 9 p.m., because my daughter likes to kind of go to bed a little bit early, around 9 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, I go live again on TikTok. And so if you think about it, yes, I've engaged. I'll post throughout my stories. Sorry, I'll post throughout my stories. I don't really have a strong, time frame on my stories. Usually my morning posts are always the same. It's me doing push-ups, and then it's like maybe like, you know what I mean, like what I read, right? But throughout the day, it's just miscellaneous stuff on my stories. I make sure to pitch my business at least once a day. I'll even tell people like what's going on in like my business. Maybe I got a coaching call. Maybe I got something to attend. It doesn't matter, right? I'll let everybody know in my stories. But yeah, when I get back from picking up my daughter, that's usually when I'm making my second post of the day, posting maybe in my stories again. That's it, finishing up. And then I go live again at 9 p.m. So live twice a day, only Monday through Friday, technically, right? Well, Friday morning, Sunday at night, right? Saturdays, Sundays I have off. I got like a group coaching call, maybe like miscellaneous coaching calls, but that's about it. But man, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's literally all I've been doing to see six figures. And that's pretty much what I just gave you right now has remained the same for the past 2 years, right? Year and a half, right? Year and a half. The only thing different now is just adding Instagram. That's it. Now I'm probably not going live at night anymore, but because things have changed, I want to get back into long format content because I think I say so many good, valuable things on TikTok lives, and then I just don't put them in this video for you guys, and I don't think that's fair because if you can't catch a live, then you miss out on some pretty good value, if I do say so myself. But yeah, man, that's it. That's the main routine that has allowed me to. Oh, and then at night, right? At night, I go through, I go through like a night script, right? That I've created, like a little night script about my vision, right? Along with doing like a Neville Goddard kind of visualizing where I want to go as I drift to sleep, and that's literally been my main routine. Obviously, do I still go out sometimes? Yes. On the weekends? Yes. Do I do other things? Yes. But that has pretty much been my routine and my process for a long time. And I know some of you guys are probably like, there's no way, right? Maybe some of you guys are like, wait, I do more than that. Maybe some of you guys are like, wait a minute, there's no way that only that I'm telling you right now. Now, when I scroll, on TikTok in the morning, I'm usually learning, right? I'm usually just seeing what other people are kind of doing. How can I make my content better? Which is crazy because I haven't been able to go super viral or anything like that. But I'm not afraid to try miscellaneous things, right? But the funny thing about me is that the connection in the delivery and the belief in my business has always been there, and it's carried me through. So I am a representation, right, of that Mandy lady, right, that almost hit $10,000 this month, is that the content isn't 100%. I mean, even look at on YouTube, right? I have so many people emailing me all the time about you should do this on YouTube, you should do that. Like, I don't want to, right? Like, I'm not an editor. Granted, I should be sending some of these videos off to other people, and I probably will. But at the end of the day, man, it's just, it looks like I kind of got to go with this because this person's having a hard time. But anyways, all right, that's the routine. If you want more, get inside the coaching app. Most won't, we will. Follow the 21-day boot camp and click the link below to get in. You guys have a good